This is a meditation called the fountain breath. It's a lengthy meditation and should be preceded by the Kabbalistic cross, envisioning our body as the illuminated cross. And this didn't come from me. This came from the looking glass in Patricia's piece, where her higher self said, let us begin to envision ourselves as light bodies. Let us begin to envision sacred geometry and even numerology through sound forms and words of power to strengthen not only our physical body, but the body of our higher self in the unseen world, bringing heaven to earth. Let's go. This is the Sephiroth Tree of Life cross, which holds 10 spheres. Take a screenshot of this next image and write down the number and the name of these spheres for your awakening. According to the Tower of Alchemy, before we can perform the fountain breath, we must first understand the breath and practice the red work. This is the lion. The lion that swallows soul says, I am he who was the green and golden lion without cares. Within me lie all the mysteries of the philosophers. The posture adopted for meditation is similar to that of the statues of the gods of Egypt. Sit poised on a stool or a straight-backed chair with your chin slightly inclined toward your chest so that your neck and your vertebrae are straight. Keep your thighs horizontal, your legs vertical, your feet in line with your hips and firmly planted on the floor. Your elbows should be at the right angles with your hands resting lightly upon your thighs. There should be no undue muscular strain. This posture allows the forces contracted in meditation to flow freely throughout your body and aura, uniting heaven and earth. Now, relax. This practice will increase your skill to enable cosmic energy to flow through your body. Breathing is a vehicle of spiritual experience, the link between the physical body and the mind. It is the first step in the transformation of the body from a more or less passive and unconscious functioning organ to a more enlightened mind. To obtain the maximum benefits from the air, we need to breathe from the diaphragm, a muscle situated below the rib cage in the abdominal muscles. Remember, you do not have to pull in the breath. Atmospheric pressure will take care of that. Simply push out your diaphragm. Your rib cage will expand and air will rush into your lungs. Let the muscles below your ribs do most of the work. If you do this properly, you will feel an expansion at the small of your back and at your sides, as well as in the front of your body. Empty your lungs. Inhale deeply to the count of 4. Hold the breath for a count of 2. Then exhale completely to a count of 4. Retain the tightened diaphragm for 2 counts, then inhale to a count of 4. This number count should be your own, matched to your lungs' capacity. If your breath cycle is noisy, it is not being performed correctly. If it's too noisy, slow the cycle down to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Prana is universal energy. Prana will get absorbed directly to your heart center through your lungs. Make sure that you practice the red work breathing exercises before performing the fountain breath within the book, The Tower of Alchemy. To perform the fountain breath, first, complete the preceding stages of the interwoven light exercises. Then focus consciousness on the crown center of Kether. With an exhaled breath to a count of 4, Kether is imagined as a fountain of pure white brilliance that outpours an incandescent torrent through your entire body and aura, where it pulls in the Malkuth center at your feet. The attention is held, focused at Malkuth for a count of 2. Then, with an inhaled breath counted as 4, a column of white light tinged with rainbow ascends from Malkuth through Yesod, Tifereth Da'ath, like a column of light, into Kether, the crown, where the focus is held for a further count of 2. With the next exhalation, Kether fountains the white brilliance again down into Malkuth. Pause, and with the inhalation, the radiant column again ascends through the middle pillar, back to the Kether. This is continued for 10 cycles. Visualize the Sephiroth on the side pillars within your sphere of sensation. See them as formed of brilliant white light. Use the image of a lightning flash to help you establish, weaving them into the already established spheres of the middle pillar. These techniques, though they may appear simple, are the key to all else. In fact, they are the practices of the adepts. They constitute the alchemical fountain depicted in so many prints, in which the white queen, the etheric body, and the red king, the physical body, bathe together. This limitless light that we envision is called the water of life. It is the royal fountain of the king and queen. Good job. The fountain breath should be performed for at least 10 full cycles. Now we're going to envision the veiled grail, seeing beyond the grail. Focus your golden yellow sphere at Tiferet, then place yourself inside it. Visualize a round table, about 6 inches in diameter. See it as indigo in color, a deep violet blue, like the color of the sky at night. The surface of the table is divided into 12 segments, like a horoscope chart. The lines of division upon the indigo table are silver. In each segment, near the rim of the table, shines a symbol of one of the zodiacal signs. These signs are gold. The symbols follow their usual sequence from Aries to Pisces, arranged counterclockwise around the table. At the exact center of the round table, where the silver lines converge, shines an object. It is covered with a white silk or satin cloth. Through this veil, you can discern a chalice of gold. It is the Holy Grail. When you feel ready, by the act of your intention, project the table and the grail out of your subjective Tiferet center until it is some 6 feet away from your physical body. Grow this table and expand it until it is full-sized, life-sized. As this image stabilizes within your imagination, 12 carved chairs appear before each segment of the table. These are the high sages of the round table. Mentally approach this table. You will find that the siege nearest you is that of your natal sun sign, the sign of your spirit. Sit on the chair at this segment of the table with your back to your physical self. So you're projecting your consciousness into your higher self, luminous body, leaving your physical body behind, about some 6 feet behind you. Place both hands on either side of the gold zodiacal emblem on the table's surface. And as you do so, the zodiacal symbol will light up. See, this is where I think it's really fun. You can giggle like a child here. Gaze upon the veiled grail, bathe in its golden radiance, and contemplate its symbolism in the light of the teaching that it has imparted. Bring to mind the knowledge that, as a symbol of Tiferet, the Grail mediates grace and blessing from above. Tiferet is the heart of the tree of life. It receives, harmonizes, and imparts the influences of all the Sephirot and the Malkut. Tiferet has various titles assigned to it. It is the sun, it is the higher self, it is the ray of divine light. It is your spirit that is the true and mighty ruler over all manifestations. This grail has a presence that affirms truth and that you are one with all. It is this contemplation of the grail as the symbol of Tiferet that will magnetize or empower it for your future work. This is the means whereby the symbol's form is united with the reality it represents. When it feels appropriate, rise from your siege and withdraw back to your physical body. Then, by an act of joyful and gentle intention, draw the table and the grail toward your body. Shrink it as it merges back within you and becomes a point of light. Perform a few more fountain breaths at this point to help circulate these energies and solidify them. Then rise and perform the Kabbalistic cross once more to seal your aura. Stamp your feet to assert your incarnate personality and have a good stretch. And good job. No man can be a happy or successful magician, but him who knows how to stir up the magical virtue of his soul and can do it practically without science.